Yes, perfect. I think we'll start again. We now have the pleasure to welcome Agillic and the company CEO, Emma Gøsøy. Welcome, Emma, and please just go ahead.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the invitation and thank you for your time. Let me just jump in. As a SaaS company, we operate internationally within the marketing technology sector. Agillic platform enable companies to automate and personalize communications to their customers through all digital channels. Hence the promise, as we call it, personalized communication to millions. Through the activation of first-party data, our clients, let me just jump into my slide there, through the activation of first-party data, our clients maximize the value of every customer experience with higher conversion, higher retention, and increased customer lifetime value. In short, recognizable impact with higher revenue and profits. So yes, we are in the business of SaaS business of software technology, but what we are actually offering our clients at the end of the day is business results. So we use the power of data, content, and our platform's personalization capabilities to eliminate communication pollution and thereby optimize the experience for our clients' customers individually. Our platform's impact increases both our clients' revenue and profits, as I mentioned, but also it improves their own customers' customer experiences. Now, why is that important? Because this generates loyalty and thereby a sustainable client lifetime value. So the other day, I just want to give a quote here. The other day I was in Germany having a meeting with one of our prospect partners, and the CEO that I've spoken to, he said that he was presenting Agillic to his board of directors as a recommendation, and he said he used the following definition of describing Agillic, which I thought was a very nice way of putting it in a simple way, in a German simple way of describing it. He called it robotics in virtual communication services with high level of intelligence. And I thought that this was a very nice summary of what we really do. Now, following up on some of the, I'll come back to that one. Following up some of the numbers. So we are a 58.8 million krona AAR, total AAR business. That's around 7-8 million euros. 100% of our revenue comes from subscription business and SaaS solutions. And now what does that mean is that we don't do consultancy services, we don't do professional services. This is pure of our license fees and utilization of our platform. We believe the fastest way to scale our business is mainly driven by our focus on our technology development and thereby and plus with partner engagements to scale our business as quickly as possible across the board. Therefore, we are very much focused on our technology and subscription business and do not do any of the professional services. Our award-winning platform, which is basically on the left side, you can see a number of awards that we have been winning, is fully scalable and global. We have 47 employees, mostly here in Copenhagen. In addition, we also have employees in development centers in Cluj in Romania, as well as in Kiev in Ukraine. We have 12 nationalities. We have clients in 11 markets, and they utilize our platform over 170 markets around the world. We are listed on the Nasdaq First North Growth Market since 2018. And if I may touch base very quickly on the global MarTech, marketing technology, which is in the short MarTech space, we're talking about a tremendously large amount of money. That's $345 billion around the world. Now, of that, the portion that we are operating in, which is the marketing automation part of it, which is around $10.8 billion in the next 5 years. So it's a huge growth area for us, and it has tremendous opportunities across the board. Now, how is that coming together? Now, the reason is we are operating within the small medium business sector, though small medium business sector can be defined in different sizes, different geographies. But what we are mostly interested to look into companies with rich first-party data operating within customer centricity-driven industries. These are our main targets. Now, who are these kind of companies? They are the type of companies that they are operating within retail, finance, travel and hospitality, technology and cloud, entertainment and gaming, energy and utility, media and publishing. All these kind of companies are in our spectrum, as well as across all industries. Any company that is utilizing subscription business model is a tremendously high interest area for us, and we are very, very relevant for these kind of companies with our solution. Now, on one side, we are focusing on the customer-centric companies, and on the other side, the consumers are expecting the companies to become extremely customer-centric. And this is some results that we're looking at from December 2021. Research that has been conducted by McKinsey, and the report that they have submitted. And they said consumers wanted personalization before the pandemic. Now they demand it. Now, what does that mean? And what does that mean is that the consumers are giving their data to the companies they are feeling loyal to the brands they are interested to, and in return, they want these companies and brands to be as relevant as possible to them. Now, what does that mean? That means the right message at the right time through the channel of, or the communication channel that they are interested to. You're all in this space. You all can relate into what I'm talking about. So what is very interesting now is with the new regulations and the new rules that every consumer, every person can actually say, forget me, with one touch, one click into one of these channels. That means that you as a company have to perform on every touch point that you have with the consumer. This could be every day, every hour. You have to be relevant. You have to be timely. Now, that requires, there's no way that you can do this without an automated service, because you are trying to be personalized to millions of people. That requires a platform such as Agillic. That's where we come and deliver a perfect solution. Now, does that work? Here are I picked up a couple of our case examples, the clients that have kind enough to share some of their business results with us. I mean, I'm talking about business results. This is pure money. So take a story house, Egmont. They have reduced their churn numbers with 22%. Now, churn meaning not losing their existing subscribers into their subscription business. 22% churn is a tremendously huge amount of money for a company such as Egmont. Minto, they increased their client lifetime value with 30%. That's hundreds of millions of kroner. Metas, we all know, increasing their share of wallet at 20%. So numbers as such, utilization of relevant data and content, timely messaging, timely communication, and becoming more and more relevant to the customer without polluting their communication creates a tremendous value for the businesses. And that's the business that we are in. Looking at some financial highlights, I just thought that it would be a good idea to look at both our 2021 annual results as well as our most recent Q1 results. On top, you can see our annual results, and lower side you have our Q1 results. Now, year on year, we have been successfully growing our total revenue, now reaching out to a total of 52.8 million at the end of the year 2021. We have had a positive EBITDA end of year with 700,000 crowns. That was the second year in a row that we have delivered our positive EBITDA, and our total SaaS, total ARR has increased to 55.7 million end of the year, which was approximately 20% growth year over year. If you look at our recent Q1 results, we see that there's an 11% increase year over year on our total revenue. We have a minus 1.7 million on the EBITDA. There are very good reasons for that one, which we're working very closely on turning it around. And then our total ARR was 58.8%, which was approximately 26% growth year over year. So altogether, we are very pleased with both ARR and revenue and the growth. And obviously, we are focusing on improvement on our EBITDA. and still aiming for third year in a row, delivering the positive EBITDA results at the end of the year. Looking at the SaaS highlights, year over year, again, the 26% growth coming up on the SaaS results altogether on the ARR side, both transactional part on the subscription part of it. And on the right side, we can see the number of clients that we have been growing. Now, it is important that we are kind of different in when you look at the SaaS business average ARR. We have over 500,000 crowns average ARR, which makes our business as a complex SaaS solution. That also implies that it takes longer time to win the clients, but it takes also longer time for clients to split ways with us. That we can see on the left side, net retention rate. As you can see there, we have ended these are the bottom ones, our annual results, 103% net retention rate, and very strong customer acquisition cost that we have. We have a major focus on that one. We have managed to take it down to 300,000 crowns at the end of the year. And then when you look at the months to recover customer acquisition cost, I think we have a very strong results. I think it's way beyond the market standards. It's with 8 months. So these two results are showing us that we are very good at running our business operationally, but also delivering the new growth opportunities with a very cost-conscious structure. Now, why is that extremely important for us? That is because we the way that we can actually grow our business in a responsible way, as I call it, it all depends on our ability to run a long-term financially healthy company. Now, on one side, if you look at our projections and going forward and growth trajectory, we have made a guidance on our ARR with 65 to 70 million total end of this year. And then we have also defined our guidance in regards to EBITDA -3 to 3 million positive, and then a total revenue range of 57 to 63 million. Now, this is our guidance. Beyond that, we also run our company with some goals. These are some guidance that we have put in action since January 2021 when we reboot our company with a strategy called Reboot 2.1. The idea was that we will be running our company with 3 main key financial parameters. These were double-digit percentage growth in ARR, positive EBITDA, and positive cash flow from operations. Now, this was very important for us for every year because we had to be running and scaling our business in a responsible way. Now, what we have seen is that the changes in the marketplace suddenly turn into very much the focus moving into from growth only to growth plus EBITDA performance as well as cash performance. So all that together fills into our overall mindset and overall of our business running. Now, how are we performing with this going forward? Is that also important for us to create sustainable and scalable business growth? When we, as I mentioned, that launched our Reboot 21 strategy, there were 2 very important items in there. One of them was that we're going to grow beyond our geographic size of reach of Denmark to Nordics and through there to new markets such as Germany. And in addition, we were also going to do this in a very scalable business model, which is called partner-driven acceleration. So how are we performing with that one is actually a part of my way of looking at our performance, not only the financials, but also our strategic approach and the results behind that. So if you look at the international side of it, we have 36% of our new Q1 clients that joined us they're coming from international markets. 4 out of 9 new clients are from international markets. So these are the kind of numbers that we're looking both from the volume, but also from the number of clients, that how well are we growing our business internationally. The second one is that another aspect that we're looking into is that made in Europe. I mean, this is an important aspect within our space. We are operating within highly regulative environment, and there's a huge attention by EU how how companies are compliant into certain rules that have been put in place with GDPR and anything in the data protection rules. When you look at it, we are one of the very few companies operating with European. We are made in Europe. We are operating in Europe, and that's a huge benefit for most of the companies seeking for solutions, platforms such as us, living up to compliance regulations by EU. And the last one that I want to mention on the international side is that we have been running quite a substantial research together with Forrester. Later, after summer, we are coming out with the results and launching the whole, together with Forrester, the whole research, which is the first time that has been done in the omnichannel marketing automation platform space. And we're very interested in leveraging this year on year because taking the stand on that. On the other side, the partner-driven acceleration side, a couple of things that I want to mention. Again, with the Q1 results that we looked into, 7 out of 9 new clients that we have gained, they're coming with strong solution partner engagements. 4 out of 9 coming with tech growth partnerships, and most of them are also in engagement with solution partners. Now, why is this? That we're being the catalyst of bringing both technology partners as well as solution partners into our clients' world, where we turn things easier. We make life easier for them. We make it faster and much more efficient. Now, these are very important aspects when it comes to creating fast time to value. We have in Q1 we have also introduced quite a large reseller operating from Germany. We are very happy about that. That will be covering our DACH region, and we are expanding our partners and partner team both local in the house and also with our partners to greater strength because this is the way that we're going to scale our business. So we have a strong proof that our growth strategy and go-to-market model is delivering the desired results, and we are very happy about that. Now, how is this technology growth partnerships and the solution partners are coming into this? How is that naturally evolving? I mean, is this just partners that we write a piece of paper and say we are now partners, or is that actually an engaged and a go-to-market that is we are working together? So what we are doing is we're looking at our global ecosystem of where our clients, how our clients are operating, in which platforms are they using, and how are we going to interact with them to make the life easier for our clients. So we have identified the whole ecosystem. We have identified players in each space of these platform engagements to create a harmony across the board so that integrations and solutions that we can create for our clients are coming together in a natural and easy to work phase. Now, why is this important? Is because our collective efforts together with our technology growth partners, it allows us to go to market and start co-marketing, co-solutioning, co-selling, co-innovating, and co-growing. I mean, this is a mutual engagement that will help us to grow together. So far, we have already delivered quite strong results with our partners like Telium, Zendesk, Spryker, Agillic, and Excerpt in different regions and different levels. So these kind of conversations are giving us multiple international technologies that we're seeking also to grow the space that we are operating with new partnerships. So there's a team working behind that one. So all that is a very important part of our growth strategy, because at the end of the day, this whole engagement creates reduced cost of total cost of ownership for our prospects, our clients. It increases their return on investment, and it eliminates the missed revenue by implementing solutions that takes too long time for them to engage with, which is one of our key sales points also, fast time to value. And that has been our promise going out in different geographies, and it's been working regardless of wherever it is. Money really talks. So this is from me for now. And I just want to mention, if anyone is interested to follow our investor news, we have a very systematic and periodic updates on our investor news. You're welcome to follow up from our investor newsletter. Welcome to join with it. Thank you. We can take questions if you like.
Yes, thank you, Emma. Very timely, 20 minutes, perfect. So let's take the Q&A, and we have a question here about your exposure to the biggest customers. So if you lose one or two of the biggest client, how is you can say the concentration of the customers?
It was a very relevant question. I mean, of course, there are certain number of customers of ours they're coming in different sizes, because at the end of the day, the way that we are defining our customer pricing is based on the size of their database and the number of channels they're activating. Naturally, there are a couple of clients that we have that they're quite important for us, and we have long-term relations with them. I mean, losing a customer always hurts, regardless of their size. There are a certain number of them, they have a much greater impact on our overall performance, but I will say every day we are eliminating that sensitivity to certain clients' size by gaining new clients. So we're actually decreasing this as every day it goes. But it's a very relevant question, and we care a lot about that.
Yeah, and a follow-up question on this part of the customer mix. So back in 2020, you were hit by the COVID because of your customer mix towards especially travel and hospitality.
Yes.
So have you diversified more into new customer groups or verticals in the past 2 years, or have anything changed here? Also looking into, let's say, a recession or like something that could be challenging in the future.
I would say yes. The first part of your question is yes, we have been diversifying our focus beyond, such as technology and cloud, entertainment and gaming, energy and utility. These are areas of our engagement in mainly starting in 2021 and 2022. So we're trying to be as resilient as possible, because at the end of the day, the industry goes down and the other industry goes actually up. And this is what we have also seen in 2020, where there were some of our clients were having record results every day, and some of our clients were actually having, almost business closures. So what we're trying to do is on continuous basis look for opportunities to engage geographically, by segment as industries, and also with the type of clients that has more resilience in their business versus the possible market changes.
Perfect. And another related question. So I think that you mentioned in your McKinsey report that the new numbers were coming out and saw this demand for it. And so there's a question here. Do you expect that the omnichannel marketing automation market will continue its growth in a post-COVID era? And what are the drivers? So yes, as I said, I think some of the numbers from the McKinsey report supported this, but what do you see and what are the drivers going forward?
I mean, I think what's happening is end users, consumers are becoming more and more mature. I mean, everybody was interested to give their data for free in the past. They're still doing so, but now in return, they would like to be spoken properly on a timely basis with the relevant information, because every one of us are surrounded by number of technology items, and what is coming into that one, if it's not relevant, is pure pollution, and that is becoming a much more relevant aspect. Now, on one side, you got regulations from EU and also some other markets. I mean, right now I've been looking into other markets as part of our growth, from South Africa to Middle East to US. Everyone is actually looking into the same space as the same regulations. So on one side, you have government-based regulations that are actually putting a lot of pressure on relevance and data protection. And on the other side, consumers are becoming much more mature on their expectations. So when you put these two together, the companies, they have to improve their performance with, and this can only be done by automated platforms. You cannot do this by manpower, which then comes into the picture is how easy you can work with a automation platform and implement this. And that's where we come into the space. And I certainly believe, the second part of the question, I want to answer that. I certainly believe there's a tremendous growth behind the omnichannel marketing platforms. And this will be going on because there will be more and more relevant communications will be coming out. Because it's not this number of items you're sending. I can send Casper you 100 irrelevant emails, or I can send you one relevant email. It's about the relevance.
Exactly. And just one final question here. So you reported the number of new clients coming from international markets was about, I think it was 36% in Q1. This number, has this increased over the past quarters, or can you put some flavor on this in terms of evaluating your internationalization strategy?
Yes, I can say that 36% is the number of the new clients. I mean, we said that we have gained 9 new clients, and 36% of them are coming from international markets. So yes, I mean, there is a growth happening, of course, because we're putting quite a lot of pressure. We have invested on sales team members, we have invested on new partners, and we are continuously investing on this in the different markets as Norway, Sweden, Germany. So it is our major focus on growing the business from these markets. Naturally, everything takes time, but we have already seen, and these are the results that I was referring to, we have already seen that results are coming in, and so we are quite interested into that growth that we have been driving coming from these markets.
Thank you, Emma. That's it. So thank you for being here today.
Thank you very much. Thank you for listening.